everyone. Thank you for joining in. And आज बहुत heavy stuff होने वाला because studies से related है. And because it's that time of the year where ongoing battle happens between parents and kids, and they keep on saying you have to study and they don't want to study. But बिना पढ़ाई के तो कुछ हो नहीं सकता ना, तो करना तो पड़ेगा ही पढ़ाई. So today I'm talking about some switchwords and some ways of how to study. So how to enhance your study skills. Of course, बच्चों का ही एफर्ट लगता है पढ़ाई में बिकॉज उनको ही देना है एग्जाम्स आगे जाके. बट बहुत बड़ा रोल पेरेंट्स का भी होता है. सो दे हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ द सिचुएशन. एंड इट्स नॉट जस्ट टेलिंग द चिल्ड्रन कि सिट डाउन टू स्टडी, पढ़ो पढ़ो पढ़ो, सिर्फ वही काम नहीं है पेरेंट्स का. They need to understand the psychology of the child. How will he get encouraged to study? सिर्फ like डांट के मार के बिठाना है जबरदस्ती, वो नहीं होता है. We need to understand how can I make it easier for him. So I'm just giving a few pointers about that, and I hope lecture ना लगे ये but it's just to understand how to encourage students, how to make it easier for them to study. So each child जो है, he is born with a special set of his own unique set of talents, you could say. And that is a byproduct of all his previous births and also the environment he has been born into now. And if his talents are nurtured in the right way, तो they can rise and shine. बहुत ऊंचा जा सकते हैं वो. But if they are suppressed, or like nowadays we see children are so much into dancing, singing, they're like very talented from childhood itself. But some people may try to suppress, नहीं dance नहीं करना, गाना नहीं गाना. तो फिर their life becomes a disaster. Because एक pull आता रहता है उस time, उस side पे, but the environment is not allowing them to follow their calling, whatever it is. And when they are allowed to do all in other fields also, they shine. So it's very essential for the parents to understand कि what are the strengths of my child, क्या वो कहाँ पे अच्छा कर सकता है. And definitely they should not project their own lost opportunities onto the child. कई बार होता है ना कि हमें पायलट बनना था, हम तो बन नहीं पाए, चलो we'll go after a son or daughter कि तुम बन जाओ. So they have to be careful not to like keep hanging on to their lost desires, or even like sometimes ना कि brother का son तो ये कर रहा है और वो that friend son is doing that way. So वो भी एक criteria हो जाता है कि my son should also do the same thing or my daughter should do the same thing. तो वो भी नहीं होना चाहिए. So each child has to be encouraged to learn from their inborn desires. जो उनकी strength है उसको हमें उभारने की जरूरत है. We need to bring that out. And then the child has to learn from his own experience, not the parents' experience. कई बार वो चाहे वो मतलब it's a different generation totally. So what was good at our parents' time will not hold good for our time. So वो generation gap तो हमेशा रहेगा. So it's the responsibility of the parents to make them strong to deal with anything that comes up in life. उसके लिए एक holistic training देने की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है, because you cannot put life into a framework कि clear cut कि yes A है तो इसका B ही result आएगा. अब एक one thing has happened in one way, तो उसका next time also the result will be same. Life is not like that. That's just not possible. Each moment जो है of life is like it's a new experience for everyone, for the child, for each one involved. So maybe you face the same situation, but if the same situation comes for the child, there'll be a different set of experiences for that. So we need to train the child to learn how to face anything. And we need to give them the opportunity for argument, for expression, for forming their own opinions. And parents की ड्यूटी है कि इसको फैसिलिटेट करो, उसको encourage करो कि he should have a mind of his own which is a sort of inquiring mind, not that aggressive mind. How can he like grow, not bring that aggressiveness in? And parents also have to remember they don't own the child, though they have brought him into the world. So they should not try to mold his thought processes according to their own. And nowadays children are very smart. So they are already, like you could say, और उनके अंदर एक blueprint already तैयार होता है. Based that, and that is based on their past life experiences, जो भी है, the lessons they have to, and then also the lessons they have to learn in this lifetime, उसके ऊपर based होता है. And when they are given the opportunity, they can go really far, they can really rise. So we need to understand the psyche of the child and handle them according to that, not according to पुरानी criteria कि ऐसा होता था तो ऐसे ही करना है, हमारी family में ऐसे होता है. No, give them a chance to rise, come out of it. And during exam time तो और भी बड़ी responsibility हो जाती है. We need to keep them in the mood to study well. And ek to we should ensure that the home atmosphere is quiet, conducive to studies, or if it is needed, parents themselves should avoid watching TV or entertaining during that time जब exams हो रहे होते हैं. And they should take a deep interest in what the child is studying, how is he studying. और उसके कोई भी efforts होते, give praise to him, praise him. Then he feels encouraged also. And then they can act like a revision board also. Okay, questions pucho, whatever has been learned, make them go over it. And if there is some difficult topic which the child is not able to handle easily, so what you can do is you can make the child explain it to you. Because when you teach, you learn better. So the parent can become the student कि अच्छा मुझे समझा, तो उससे उसकी भी जो है ना capacity to understand the subject increases. And the biggest thing that the parents need to ensure during this exam time is that the child is taking a proper diet. So meals should be kept homemade, light, and जो ये सारे cold drinks है, sugar है, sweets है, ये तो totally avoid करने चाहिए because they reduce the concentration levels. And then the stuff made of white flour, starch, जैसे कि bread, pizza, burgers, they're absolutely not good. Because this white bread, it takes from your body for being digested. It's not adding any nutrient value at all. So it only makes you feel more lethargic. क्योंकि आपकी बॉडी से ही खींची जा रही है सारी चीजें फॉर द डाइजेशन प्रोसेस. तो these should be totally avoided. Like some even suggest that the milk products, milk, lassi, paneer, they should also be avoided. And of course, fried items, non-veg, wo sab. Even tea and coffee, because they are stimulants and like artificial होते हैं, तो they are not conducive for like proper concentration. जो वो कहते हैं कि चाय पी लो तो fresh हो जाते हैं, but वो नहीं है. They weaken the mind because you become dependent on them. So वो भी is not good. Now, foods that sharpen the mind are all kinds of fruits. The fresh fruits जो होते हैं, and even the dried fruits, उनको भी आप soak करके भी ले सकते हैं, ऐसे भी खा सकते हैं. All the variety, cashew nuts, walnuts, almonds, groundnuts, सब कुछ. आजकल seeds बहुत चलते हैं. They give energy. तो fresh juices जितना दे सकते हैं, salads दे दो, sprouted cereals. So all these are good. And cooked vegetables, जितने मतलब घर का ही whole wheat chapatis and all that, that is the good stuff for them. Because they keep the body light. तो उससे जो है ना, they are able to concentrate. एक तो बहुत ज्यादा भी नहीं खाना चाहिए. हल्की मील लो, like spread it over the whole day. थोड़ा थोड़ा खा लो. जितना ज्यादा खाओगे तो आप lethargic ही feel करोगे, so नींद ही आती रहेगी. And that is also necessary. Proper rest is very necessary, especially on the night prior to the exam. And light meals तो होने ही चाहिए before you go for the exam also. Stomach should not be overfull, बिल्कुल. And you know, we should ensure that the child drinks plenty of water. जितना वो hydrated रहेगा ना, उतना वो alert रहेगा. तो water is the best thing. Water and fresh juices. तो tea, coffee जो है, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. And then the study routine should also be monitored. like make the child study for 30 to 45 minutes and then take a break of 5 to 7 minutes. So balance करना पड़ता है. But then discipline भी रखना कि after 10 minutes you're coming back to the study table. And relaxation के लिए भी time देना चाहिए बिल्कुल. That encourage them कि okay, you can watch your serial in between or read or draw, whatever he likes to do. Go for a cycle ride, whatever makes him feel relaxed. So he should be encouraged to do that, but keeping to the time schedule, of course. समटाइम्स ना चिल्ड्रन अगर किसी फ्रेंड के साथ टाई अप कर दो तो उसके साथ भी लाइक मेनी चिल्ड्रन वर्क वेरी वेल व्हेन दे आर विद अ फ्रेंड एंड देन दे कीप अ टैब आल्सो कि हाउ मच हैव यू डन. तो उससे भी ना थोड़ा सा मोटिवेशन रहता है कि ओ ही इज फिनिश्ड दैट मच, आई आल्सो हैव टू डू दैट. सो दैट कैन आल्सो बी हेल्पफुल. So what we need is just make a sort of timetable, a very flexible one, so that the child knows what he has to do and what he can't do. Social media should be totally avoided. वो तो बहुत distractive होता है. कहीं टाइम पता नहीं कहाँ से कहाँ चला जाता है. So for a few days, you have to sacrifice your own screen time to encourage the child also. So, ensure that he has a good night's sleep also, because then the mind becomes fresh. So, रेत जो देर रात तक पढ़ते रहते हैं ना चाय कॉफी पी के, that's not a good habit. So that should be avoided. And please never say my child doesn't study. That is the biggest blockage for him. Many parents have that idea, ये तो पढ़ता ही नहीं है, ऐसे ही करता रहता है, सारा दिन घूमता रहता है, खेलता रहता है. We are actually limiting the child by saying my child doesn't study. So that is a sentence that should be eliminated completely from your vocabulary, because it is creating a hurdle for the child. You're creating those vibrations for him that my child doesn't study. So now the child has to overcome those vibrations and then get to the study part. और आपके कितनी strongly आप बोले जा रहे हो, भेजे जा रहे हो vibration, उतना ही उसको मेहनत लगेगी उसको कम करने के लिए. And another point is sometimes children are very averse to study. पढ़ना ही नहीं चाहते हो बिल्कुल भी. So they start developing symptoms of not being well. अब कई बार चिल्ड्रन आ दे सूर्य स्कूल जाने के लिए तैयार हो गए, पेट में दर्द हो गया, चलो जी अब तो जा ही नहीं सकते हैं. So they actually manifested those symptoms because they don't want to go, they don't want to study. So कई बार जो उनकी problems होती है ना तो वो they could be psychological rather than physical. So then we have to understand कि what is causing, why don't they want to go. तो वो that interaction is most essential to understand. And then we can help them to whatever is there to try to find ways of overcoming them. So, okay, I just need to start my screen. Yeah, is it visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes. Yeah, Meenuji, we can.
Okay. Anyone wants to comment anything more about it? मैं तो lecture देना शुरू हो गई थी. Before I move on, anyone would like to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, I agree because sometimes we get into resistance ki nahi padna.
हाँ जी.
Which is more psychological, and it's maybe also associated with the fear, because I remember when I was in school, in social study exam, because there were 3 subjects, I always used to get sick.
we develop those symptoms. The children जो है ना वो automatically symptoms ही develop करते हैं कि हम जाना ही नहीं, अब तो तबीयत खराब है जी, अब तो जा ही नहीं सकते. Very true. Anyone else would like to say something, comment? Okay, I think सब सो रहे हैं. मैं आगे बढ़ती हूँ फिर.
Everyone is thinking about their past.
Yes. So this was all about enhancing studies. I'm now getting to the matter of how we can help them. So one method is it's called a 3-to-1 exit strategy. Now, this is a good way of monitoring the child. And what it is a strategy used by teachers. Okay, how much the child has understood, what is he thinking about the lesson. So this is a 3-to-1 strategy जो use करते हैं teachers to understand कि how much is the child able to grasp whatever is being taught. So what is this? It's called an exit ticket also, this 3-to-1 strategy. So इससे क्या होता है? This is an activity before leaving the classroom or whatever, wherever they are studying. They have to do this activity before leaving that room. So इसमें क्या है कि they have to write 3 things they learned in the lesson. So just points में they need to write 3 things. And then they write 2 things that they found interesting in the whole topic, what caught their attention. And the third is that they need to write a question. Okay, what question do they have about the topic? इससे क्या होता है कि the child is able to focus. He has to like recollect what he has gone through. तो एक ना recap हो जाता है पूरा सेशन का, पूरा जो टॉपिक, पूरा क्लास जो है, it happens that. So and then they are made to reflect also कि मैंने क्या पढ़ा, क्या समझा. So it's a very helpful strategy. So when the child is learning for studying for the exams also, we can apply it. Okay, अच्छा अब तुमने you've done this topic. What have you derived from it? How much have you understood from it? So how do we write it? How do we write this 3-to-1 strategy? First of all, it's a recap, as I said. So you can take what takeaways they have from that lesson. They can write that, what they've understood. And then, this can be applied to reading as well. So when sometimes that we encourage children to read books also, so it can, to make them understand the whole book, the whole story, or whatever is the learning. For that also we can make them do it. So list 3 characters you found interesting in the book, and then talk about 2 events, anything that made you feel really good or you liked in the story. Plus again, 1 question about what they think they want to know more about that story. So here, like if you have also read the book, then it can be a very interesting interactive session with them, which encourages reading and makes it interesting also, instead of just reading and letting. कई बार तो पढ़ के book ही भूल जाते हैं. इससे it gives impression जो है ना lasting हो जाता है. Okay, so now let's come to switchwords. So there are many switchwords that can be used for study. Of course, if you go through the net, बहुत सारे मिल जाएंगे आपको. But criteria is that we use the ones we can connect to. So जो हमें easy लगते हैं, जो हमें relevant लगते हैं for the situation. And I'm using a combination of switchwords and backflowers also. Okay, backflowers also help amazingly in for concentration and for the mind, because they're all focused on the mind. So first, let's look at, many children don't have the interest in studies. So to develop interest in studies, the switchword is deep passion, wisdom, zeal for genius learn. So switchwords का वही criteria है that you have to chant them minimum 28 times, or you can write them also on a slip of paper, whichever is relevant. Write them on a slip of paper, place it under the child's pillow or on his bedside. So it has to be placed open. If you're placing them, pillow में भी रख सकते हैं, और उसके किसी study table पे रख दें. And if he can chant, you can ask the child to chant also. If he doesn't chant, the parents have to do it for him. So thinking of the child, they can chant it. Minimum is 28 times, maximum is your effort. 50 times karo, 100 times karo, that's your effect. Another way of using this is, on a glass of water, chant these words. Number of times, 28 is good. Or even if you write 10, 12 times also, if you chant over there. नारायण सर जिनसे मैं सारे ये लेती हूँ, I connect to his website and understand from there only. He encourages कि 100 times बोलो on a glass of water, and then give that water to the child to drink. So that water gets charged with the energy of the switchwords, and it affects him then. सो आप उसको एज अ वो भी यूज कर सकते हो एज अ कोस्टर. तो मेक अ कोस्टर, सर्कल बना के लिख के कोस्टर की तरह यूज करो. प्लेस द वाटर ग्लास और बॉटल ऑन इट and then the child drinks from that. That can also be done. So this was one, to develop interest in studies. Then next is to concentrate in studies, which is also very essential. कि how do you make the child concentrate in his studies? इसका switch word है attention, deep wisdom, zeal. Next, continue. So that next continue is it's a continuous process. कि ये नहीं कि थोड़ी देर concentrate किया और फिर you lose that concentration. So for that continuity to happen, next continue is added. Then we have, to increase memory and to understand the concepts. So दोनों के लिए same है, deep care, judge, genius. So whatever aspect we need to encourage in that child, inculcate in him, we focus on that and chant the switch word. So अगर memory के लिए है तो हम focus करेंगे उसकी memory अच्छी हो जाए तो deep care, judge, genius. And then if the child is having difficulty in understanding concepts, then also we can chant this. So these were a few switch words. Then I'm looking at combinations. Yeah, combinations, we're looking at that. So combinations is switch words and backflows की combination जो है. So children have various issues while studying. So I'm just picking up a few, and you can combine any of the words and use. काफी सारे हैं, so I hope you don't get confused about it. But what is relevant for you, you can pick that up. एंड ऑफ कोर्स ये सारा काम पेरेंट्स का ही है. बच्चों को भी दे सकते हो चैट करके, बट ज्यादा काम जो है ना आज पेरेंट्स के लिए मेहनत करने के लिए है. द फर्स्ट इज लाइक children have they don't understand the question and they make mistakes. जो है ना उनको समझ ही नहीं आती कई बार, तो उसके लिए यू कैन यूज मस्टर्ड. मस्टर्ड से क्या होता है कि it makes the concepts clear. It makes the child able to understand the subject in a better way. So whenever we are doing that, of course daily करना चाहिए, दिन में 2-4 बारी भी कर सकते हो. Again, it's your effort. So mustard, 398 and slow care. This is a combination which you can use to make the child understand in a better way and not to make the mistakes. Slow care is amazing. And इसके साथ हम reach on भी add कर सकते हैं. तो anytime the child is studying, you can just use this switch word alone also. Slow care, reach on. Slow care is that they are attentive to detail. अच्छी तरह से focus करके, concentrate करके काम कर लें. And reach on is, it is a continuous process. So slow care, reach on is a complete switch word अपने अलग से ही, and a simple one which can be chanted all the time also. तो this तो अलग से लिख के रख लो कि ये तो करते रहना चाहिए. स्लो केयर एक तरह से नहीं, बहुत ध्यान से काम करते हैं, तो आराम आराम से. एंड देन 398 इज अ नंबर फॉर विजडम. सो कि जो भी करे वो समझ के करे. एंड मस्टर्ड इज अ सनशाइन फ्लावर, ब्राइट येलो कलर है, तो इट ब्रिंग्स इन लाइट. सो whenever there is ignorance, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा तो ignorance है, so it brings in the light of understanding. So mustard is very essential for children because you need to bring in that light into their minds. So this is one combination. Then there is halfway care. Halfway means it makes your task like half हो जाता है. Half the effort is needed, half the distance is covered. Well, it becomes easier to do it. So, and care is, of course, you're focusing and doing it well. So, and care also helps to like retain information in the mind. So when you are like, you can make the child do it also. So tell him before sitting down to study, ask him to repeat it at least 10 times, halfway care, halfway care. तो उनको मजा भी आएगा. फिर थोड़ा सा उसके साथ वो प्राणायाम लगा दो कि take a deep breath in and visualize that halfway care बोल रहे हो and you're holding the information inside you. So you can make it like a fun exercise before starting the study period जो भी है. You can tell them to visualize that your mind is like absorbing everything. It's like a sponge. It's absorbing everything. So, and you are able to understand everything in a good way, concentration अच्छी हो, and फटाफट भी हो रहा है. Halfway is the task is already half done. तो इसके साथ में we can even use done, halfway done. So that makes the task जल्दी खत्म भी हो जाता है. So halfway care is for making the task become easier. जल्दी जल्दी काम खत्म भी होता है. Halfway done, halfway care, halfway done, both can be used. Then I'm talking of some backflies which can be used in combination with either them or the switchwords. Backflies ही आप उनको as switchwords भी use कर सकते हो. You can just chant them. But if the problem is severe, बहुत deficit and attention deficit बहुत ज़्यादा है, or the child has a lot of difficulty in understanding, so then you can give them physically as well. So they're easily available from online भी मिल जाते हैं and from a homeopathic shop. And they're easy to administer. So you can give them as well. So one is clematis. This is very good for concentration. For better concentration, we can give that because बच्चों की जो attention तो इधर उधर wander होती रहती है. So clematis helps them to focus. Then we have chestnut bud. It helps them to remember. And it's also good to learn from mistakes. कई बार होता है children keep making the same mistakes again and again. So chestnut bud is very good for students. तो किसी भी combination में chestnut bud तो होना ही चाहिए for studies. Then we have gentian. कई बार होता है ना, the child is not able to respond when he's asked a question. Like sometimes suddenly the teachers ask, so he becomes blank. कुछ समझ नहीं आती. तो gentian helps them to respond, to be alert and to respond at that moment. And then this can be combined with larch, which gives confidence that you come and speak up. That helps there. And iske saath, of course, children have a lot of fears, scared of the exam or scared of going to school. So mimulus helps over there. Then we have white chestnut. इसमें mind wanders a lot, unnecessary thoughts भी आते रहते हैं. तो एग्जाम में ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, ऐसे करेंगे, स्कूल में ये हो जाएगा. तो बहुत unnecessary thoughts को हटाने के लिए white chestnut is good. Then yeah, when you forget on time, आपको सब कुछ याद था घर में, you did everything, you prepared very well, but at the time of the exam you forget. So then scleranthus helps. That's also backflower. So इसको भी we can combine it with white chestnut. So when we go blank and we keep forgetting the answer, so both can be combined and given for this problem. Then if like there's a lot of stuff to do to learn, or time की कमी है, तो then elm helps, and oak gives you the effort to put in. जो भी आपको effort लगाना है, इस combination से time भी आ जाता है, effort भी आ जाता है. तो elm and oak give that. So the child is very stressed कि खत्म नहीं हो रहा काम मेरा, और बिल्कुल he is not able to do it, कि बहुत stressed हो गया है, तो he is not tired. So elm and oak will take care of that. So whatever is the situation, according to that, we can give them or we can chant also. So जैसे elm oak slow care chant कर लो, elm oak halfway care कर लो. So focusing on the issue, we can chant those. Yeah, sometimes they make very silly mistakes, छोटी छोटी ना, तो marks कट जाते उसके लिए. तो उसके लिए impatience helps. So they become very focused when this is given. Now, if there is a lot of syllabus to cover, तो elm के साथ 398 भी combine कर सकते हैं. 398 gives us that wisdom. It helps us to cover the syllabus also. So we can combine 398 elm oak. And also we can use another number, 662 slow care. This is again to cover the syllabus in time. So there are 2-3 है, whatever attracts you, whatever you remember, तो वो कर सकते हैं. 398 helps to recollect answers also. तो 398 is quite useful है. इसका एक और बहुत अच्छा है कि whatever you have studied, आप वही आएगा आपके एग्जाम में 398 के साथ. So it's a very valuable number. ये तो बिल्कुल याद रखना चाहिए. Wisdom तो है ही, साथ में जो भी आप पढ़ोगे वही आपको एग्जाम में भी आ जाएगा. Then oak, yeah, 398. Yes, we can use it in combination with scleranthus also, 398, because when we forget on time, we are able to recall it. Then oak के साथ एक और है, we combine oak plus diamond. So इससे we are able to master any subject. जो concepts है ना वो clear हो जाते हैं. So if the child is having difficulty in understanding the concepts, so we can use this. Just write them in capital. Whenever you write these switch words, they have to be written in capitals. तो mustard, oak, diamond लिख के उनके टेबल पे रख दो सामने. They can chant it also a few times. So this helps them to master the subject in a good way. Maths के स्पेशली जैसे concepts clear नहीं होते, it helps over there. इसका एक और है 398 का कि when the child feels that he knows everything, but जब पेपर देने जाते हैं तो वही जो है ना स्क्लेरेंथस वाले के साथ 398 का, इसलिए कॉम्बिनेशन जो है it helps. Then the biggest bane of a student's life, procrastination. अच्छा कल कर लूंगा, कल कर लूंगा. उसके लिए कॉम्बिनेशन है स्क्लेरेंथस, वाइल्ड ओट, वॉलनट. Scleranthus जो है it helps to stop procrastination. और wild oat helps you to be focused, like what is it that, especially for career, it helps you to be focused on that, what is it that you want to do ahead. And walnut helps to develop the study of the habit of studying. So all three are for procrastination, उसके लिए कर सकते हो. Plus you can use a switch word also, slow care, bring praise divine. So this encourages the child to do praiseworthy things. Praise का thought डालोगे तो वो अच्छे काम करेगा फिर. And there's another switch word for this. This is to bring the child out of laziness. Wild rose, hornbeam, lift, kind, divine. So जो lazy attitude होता है बच्चों का, उससे इससे हम ठीक कर सकते हैं. This is also very good for slow learners. Wild rose, hornbeam, lift, kind, divine. So lift, kind, divine अलग से भी बोल सकते हैं उनके लिए जो nowadays there are lots of issues of autism in children. So this switch word जो है ना, wild rose, hornbeam, lift, kind, divine, it will help those children. Then for confidence, जैसे लार्ज हमने बताया था confidence के लिए, उसके साथ हम mimulus भी ऐड कर सकते हैं, plus pine. Pine is for low self-esteem. उससे भी कई बार confidence नहीं आता बच्चों में. They have a very low self-esteem. So then pine helps over there. So this combination of large, mimulus, pine makes them feel more confident. उसके लिए है. Okay, so next I am talking about a mantra. Like a child is not studying, he is not listening to the parents, उनकी बात ही नहीं सुन रहा. तो आप पहले ये मंत्रा करो उसके लिए. ललितम अच्युतम, ललितम आनंदम, ललितम गोविंदम. So again, minimum is 28 times. You can do एक माला पूरी कर लो तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. It's for your child. So this is specifically for those children who don't listen, they don't want to study. उनके लिए करो. एक ये कर सकते हो. एक और है release resistance, change divine order, to make that child listen to you. So these mantras help there. And then backflower remedies भी help करती है. We give them these walnut, crabapple, wild oat, and scleranthus. The mantras जो है, they will reform him and make him understand that he needs to study. And scleranthus is for when आप उसको कुछ काम बोलो but he's distracted and he's doing something else, playing or whatever. Scleranthus helps there. Wild oat is as it to choose the right path. And to correct his ways, crabapple helps over there. And not to be influenced by peers, walnut keeps him safe from that negative influences. Then there's another mantra for studies. Saraswati mantra hai ye. Om Am Saraswatyaya Namah. So this is also very good. इसको at least 45 times करना है, minimum 28 नहीं है. And it helps to focus and score well also. Concentration भी बढ़ता है इससे. Okay, so this was about the exams, and after the exams, the tension period starts, waiting for results. So at that time, we can chant gentian, honeysuckle. To feel happy and successful वाली feeling लाने के लिए this helps. And there is a switch word also, together bring divine word. So these are when you're waiting for results to overcome that tension. And yes, we can chant this water violet to get high marks, to get full marks or high marks. Water violet भी chant कर सकते हैं इसके साथ. Gentian, honeysuckle, water violet. There's one more over here. Change, climb, reach divine. This is also to avoid careless mistakes and score high. Score जो है ना आपको marks अच्छे मिले, high marks मिले. Then to all study, आपको naturally you need a quiet mind, a focused mind. For that, this switch word helps. Crystal, horse, quiet, personal reach. So it quietens your mind and it improves your exam giving skills also. कि आप exam अच्छी तरह दे पाते हो. So when the child has gone to give the exams, you can chant this. And also जो पहले दिखाया था ना, slow care reach on. So you can chant either both, alternate करके, or either of them. Then another switch word which I'd come across, which I find very useful, is listen between judge. This is to understand fully what is being taught. कई बार बच्चों को समझ ही नहीं आती टीचर क्या बोल रही है, तो लिसन बिटवीन, उसके सारी कॉपीज पे लिख दो, बुक्स पे लिख दो, लिसन बिटवीन जज, तो ही बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड बेटर व्हाट इज बीइंग टॉट. सो दीज वर द, काफी सारे हैं, बट दे स्टिल वेरी 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 मिनिमल स्विच वर्ड्स दैट आई पिक्ड अप. एंड आई एम मूविंग ऑन टू एनर्जी सर्कल्स नाउ. यही स्विच वर्ड्स को हम एनर्जी सर्कल में लिख के वी कैन यूज देम, बट देर आर सम विच वी कैन यूज विच आर ऑलरेडी रेडीमेड. वी कैन जस्ट टेक प्रिंट आउट्स ऑफ देम. सो दिस इज टू एनहांस योर ब्रेन पावर. दिस इज वेरी गुड फॉर स्लो लर्नर्स. जो ऑटिस्टिक चिल्ड्रन है उनके लिए बहुत अच्छा है. 12 हर्ट्ज जो है, दैट्स अ फ्रीक्वेंसी दैट गिव्स मेंटल क्लैरिटी. सो बाकी जो है, ऑल द स्विच वर्ड्स help to enhance the brain power. Then another is to focus on studies. This energy circle can help them. If the child has problems in focusing, तो आप इसका प्रिंट आउट निकाल के उसके पिलो के नीचे और स्टडी टेबल पे रख दो. Then this is for excelling in school. तो आप इसको प्रिंट आउट निकाल के ना, you can write the child's name also at the top within the circle. And just stick it on your fridge, not on the moving side, on the side. Because moving doors पे, moving चीजों पे नहीं होना चाहिए. ड्रॉ पे नीचे stick करो, doors पे, windows पे नहीं stick कर सकते. On stable things. Then there's one more energy circle. I'm a genius. So that helps to bring in interest and focus in studies. 220 जो number है, that is to bring in interest. Like it makes the child interested. 220 लिखा हुआ है. Then 7 times 5 जो लिखा हुआ है, that helps to correctly process the information you're getting. So how to apply it, it helps in that. And जो hertz frequencies है, they help the child to be attentive. And 80 to 82 hertz ऊपर लिखा M है, that's megahertz. ये सब hertz वाली frequency थी, that is a megahertz frequency. That gives that genius frequency, that brings in that genius proponent into the brain. So this is to create a genius. You can use this one. Then there's an exam easy also. So just this can also be just made, you can draw it also, you don't need to take a printout. So just make a circle and write the student's name and place it. एक और इसका एग्जाम वाला एक और है, you can make these concentric circles. तो उसके सेंटर में write the child's name, and this is to do well in exams. और जो भी आपको switch words or number frequency आपको you feel that the child needs, you can write one in each. Like in here you've written the name, then इसमें you can write 398. And then according to the need, if he's making a lot of mistakes, Clarinthus लिख दो यहाँ पे. If you want him to be like totally focused, तो whatever else जो हमने अभी किया है, whatever you feel applies to him. And you can make as many concentric circles. आपको सिर्फ 2 चाहिए 2 बना लो, 4 चाहिए वो बना लो, 6 चाहिए 6 बना लो. So ज़्यादा भी नहीं होने चाहिए. 6-7 should be the maximum concentric circles that you make. So this is one way of using the words that we've just seen. You can create it instead of taking the printout or anything. तो ऐसे बना सकते हो. Okay, just simply in a circle also you can write, but this method is another one. Plus, when the child is going for exams, so this is a concentric circle you can make. So write the name, the date, time, or you can even write the subject if you like. तो ये बना के रख लो तो, and then it will keep sending the vibrations. And अगर ज़्यादा ही प्रॉब्लम लगती है कि he is not able to handle the exam pressure or whatever, just tear this whatever you have created, उसको you make it on slips. There's होते हैं ना slip-ons होते हैं. You can make it on that. Just tear that paper and make another one. उससे भी ना energy gets dissipated. It reaches him in a better way. So this was about switchwords and energy circles. Yeah, I've got some mudras also. Mudras के बिना तो काम मेरा नहीं चलता. तो एक तो जो simple ज्ञान मुद्रा हमारी है, just do that. That helps us to concentrate. It gives us mental strength, जो sharpens your concentration, your focus. तो ये बहुत helpful रहती है. ज्ञान है ना, ज्ञान मिलता है फिर. Then there is one पुस्तक मुद्रा. Very simple mudra, just fold your fingers onto your palm and your thumb is touching the side of the first index finger. सबको इकट्ठा ही ऐसे रखना है. तो first finger should be, index finger should be at the base of the thumb. और बाकी सब उसके साथ है. This is highly beneficial for students. नाम ही वही है, पुस्तक मुद्रा है. It helps to, again, for concentration, to gain knowledge. So you can study easily when you do this. So just make the child do it for a few minutes. 5 minutes भी अगर बैठ जाए ऐसे करके, it will helpful. तो जितना बैठ बीच बीच में से करता रहे 2-4 मिनट के लिए. So any book, even we can do it like हमें कोई studies करनी है तो spiritual growth करनी है, उसके लिए भी helpful है. Then we have lotus mudra. We have to like join the thumb and small finger, the other should be up, तो पूरा flower की shape में आ जाता है. Represents that. And this has to be kept like against your chest bone के साथ your thumb should be touching when you do this. And थोड़ी सी deep breathing करो जब बनाते हो. So this helps to calm the mind. And again, focus or concentration increase होता है उसको. So this is very helpful during exam time because it releases the stress. So again, just for a few minutes, 5-7 minutes, जितना कर सकते हो. So the child should be made to do this. And then we have Hakini Mudra, again, a very simple one, just touching the tips of the fingers. And niche wala is palms are away from each other. Again, touch the thumb to the heart chakra. Thumb should connect to the heart chakra. All these are good for focus and concentration. वही चाहिए होता है students को. तो ये सब वो help करते हैं. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. Any questions? Hello, everyone's got off to sleep.
Thank you, Meenuji. It was so, yeah. Many people thinking like they didn't have this tool when we were studying or so.
Right.
Thank you, Meenuji. Very
Ji.
nice section. Switchwords.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So I can guide you for a short meditation, how you can like utilize all these for the child, if that's okay with you.
Awesome.
So just like a short 5 minutes meditation that you need to do for the child.
And we can also do for ourselves also.
Absolutely.
Concentrate at work.
Absolutely. We can do for ourselves and for the child also. So I'll just take you through it so that you get to experience it. So I just need you to sit relaxed, close your eyes, take a deep breath, release any tension from your body. Now, in this relaxed space, visualize either yourself or whoever you want to send the healing to in front of you. And you can like have many people also, 5, 7, if you want to give it to larger group of people, children, you can do that as well. So just focus, feel that they're all sitting in front of you. You don't need the child's presence. You just feel that they're sitting there in front of you. Now take your attention to the universe. Feel a shower of white light coming, falling on their heads, moving left to right, inside and outside their heads, gathering all negativity, all blockages from their heads, absorbing them, dissolving them, slowly moving left to right, inside and outside this white light. Now it's moving slowly downwards around the face because it's not all stuck in the head, it's in your whole body. So it's moving slowly around your face, around your shoulders, chest. The white light is moving downwards, covering all the upper portion, moving downwards, stomach, thighs, right down to your feet. So the child, the person in front of you is fully covered by this white light, which is whirling left to right, inside and outside his body, dissolving, absorbing all the negativity, all blockages of any kind. Faster and faster it's moving. Now with a jerk, एक झटके से वापस universe में चली गई, taking away all the negativity. So thank the universe कि सारी negativity लेके आपने dissolve कर दी. Now feel a shower of pink energy coming, falling on the child's head and filling up each and every cell of his body right down to the soles of his feet. This is the loving energy of the universe, very soothing, very calming, relaxing energy. And it has filled the child up completely, filled the person up completely, making them feel very calm, relaxed, peaceful. Now, focusing on their third eye. Put your attention totally on their third eye. Give them the messages that you want. You're very focused. You're very confident. You're doing your studies in a very good way. You have a wonderful memory. You can concentrate very well. You can understand everything easily. Whatever messages you want to give, we look into the third eye and put all the messages over there. And feel that the child is being receptive, absorbing all the messages that you're sending him. You've done your papers very well. You've scored very high. You're totally focused. You're very consistent in your studies. You love studying. You're very peaceful and calm and relaxed when you're studying. For a few minutes, keep on sending those messages. Now, at the end, just send the thought that you are doing your exams, your studies very well. Slow care, reach on is activated in your energy field. Slow care, reach on, slow care, reach on. Slow care, reach on, slow care, reach on, slow care, reach on. And along with this, visualize that now they are sitting for the exams and doing the exams very well. Confidently, they are writing, finishing the paper in time. That the message also you can send into their third eye that you're finishing your paper on time. You're writing very well, very focused. You can understand the paper completely, totally. Putting the intention, see him in the exam hall, writing, totally focused. Thank the universe for blessing him, giving him the capability to do his exams well, to do his studies well. Thank him for receiving the healing. Putting the intention that care be activated in his energy field, encouraging him to do his work in a good way. Bless him that you are doing your work, your studies in a very good way. Bless him and let him go. Thank the universe for guiding you to help him. Thank yourself for being able to transfer the guidance to the child. Take a long, deep breath now. Rub your hands together. Move yourself a little. And on your face. You can rub your hands on your face. Welcome back. So now this is a meditation you can do anytime, but it is best done when the child is sleeping. So either after the child has gone to sleep or before he wakes up in the morning, you can do it just a few minutes. We need to send those messages into his third eye. Just focus on the third eye and whatever is relevant for him. Just I took up a lot of sentences. Whatever is relevant, you can use that or you can use all of them. That doesn't matter. It's perfectly okay. It will bring changes in the child. So if the child is hyperactive, तो वो भी आप कर सकते हैं कि बहुत शांत हो, बहुत peaceful हो, बहुत focused हो, आराम से बैठ के काम कर रहे हो, वो भी आप डाल सकते हो. Yes, that brings me to the end of my presentation, finally.
Thank you, Vinuji, for a wonderful meditation. Yes. Anyone has any question? I think Rajvin is still in the meditation.
You can stop